Alright guys, today we're going to be turning this walnut bowl blank, and one of the reasons that I don't really enjoy turning plain wood like this is because of just that. It's plain. I mean, the grain is beautiful and stuff. It's going to make a gorgeous bowl, but for me, it's still just a little bit boring. And that is where the sponsor of this video comes in. KATERK. This is a kit that they sent out to me. It's a rotary tool accessories kit, and I'm going to try and use this to add some texture to the outside of this bowl. It should be pretty fun. I've never really done it before, but we're gonna learn together. Now, I'm not sure if I want to do this like a band across it, or if I want to texture the whole bowl. I think I'm just going to kind of start forming this bowl and see what speaks to me. Starting with our round tool. Got that edge nice and done. Now let's move on to the face. Now that that is nice and flat, and we've got basically a flat surface and a flat surface, we can start shaping. We're just gonna shape this into a bowl. You guys know the drill. Start on the outside edge, and we're just gonna start chipping away at the edges. Okay, before I get too carried away, I need to establish my tenon in my foot. Just so I don't turn it, just so I can know where my angle is going on this round bottom. There we go. That will be the foot, that will be the tenon. Should look good. Something like that. Now we're just going to keep working this to come up and meet that foot. Okay, I'm kind of digging that shape like that, and I've been thinking about it, and I think I am just going to do a small little band in here and give it some texture of some sort. I'm not sure, I haven't even opened up the pack yet, but I think that's what we'll do. We'll do a small band. I'm not sure if I want it inset or prominent, like poking out or pushing in. I think poking out would look good. So I'm gonna perfect this shape just a little bit more and then put that band in there, and then we can come back and texture it later. This is basically like a nice scraper. It's just gonna make all those pockets of end grain go away. You can see here on my hand, it's just taking very, very light passes, and it should, yeah, start to smooth away all this end grain and close up all the pores nice, so I just have less sanding to do. All right, that is looking really good. I'm digging this shape. Now we can get it sanded. All right, just got this just hollowed out real quick and got the shape kind of established. Now we're just gonna fine tune it. It's basically to its thickness I want it. Maybe it could go a little thinner, but as I clean up the inside and stuff, it's gonna lose its thickness, and that should bring us to a very good thickness here. And again, we're not going for anything special, just plain bowl. What's gonna be the feature is the ring on the outside, so we're just trying to get this thing kind of done, really. Now that I'm at the basic thickness I want, I'm just going to take light passes and really try and cut out a lot of this end grain and make it smooth and nice. At this point, I'm really just letting the tool do the work. I'm just putting it on there and just very lightly letting it go down and just do the work for me. Yeah, this is feeling real good. Ooh. Yeah. All right, I think I'm gonna call that good. It's still a teensy bit thick, but oh, it feels so good. I'm gonna sand the inside, sand the outside, get everything ready, and then we will focus on getting this, what's it called? Detail in. And I don't know, I'm nervous. So I also want to use this sandpaper to round the edge of my bowl over, just because that gives me a little bit more ability to be precise and take off less. I don't want this edge here to be sharp, but I also don't want it to be like super round. So I'm just going to use my sandpaper and just kiss it and gradually just round it over. And then I just need to remember as I work up through my grits to make sure that I am not hitting this edge all that much. But I think I really like that look of a nice flat top and a barely rounded over edge. I think when I add my detail in, it'll look really nice. Okay, that is looking good. We're sanded up to 220. Now, let's take a look at this bad boy. First of all, this is such a nice case for this thing. Let me open it up and let's look at what's inside. It's such a nice case. Look at this. I mean, man, that thing locks down. Whew. There is a selection here. So obviously you've got like your sanders. Oh, there's a plastic piece here. I didn't know that. Well, some of the things shifted, it looks like. But you've got your little grinders, your polishers, sanding, little tube things, whatever, for your rotary tool. And they provide a lot of extras. They've got your sanding discs here, and they again provided just a ton of them. You got a little flap disc here. That's nice. But this is what I'm excited about, is these guys right here. Look at all of these nice brushes. They've got copper, plastic, and steel. They've got buffing little pads here. These are stone, I believe. That's freaking nice. It's just so many options. These are the ones that I'm kind of looking at right here. They've got different heads and textures right here, and these are all steel, and so I think they'll work pretty nice for what I need. I'm really digging this little ball one right here, so I'm thinking either doing something with this, the ball, there's a ball here and a ball here, or maybe just putting on one of these disc wheels and doing like some lines, crazy lines. I gotta think about it. I think what I need to do first is make my line where I want to cut, and then I can kind of establish what I want to use here. But this kit is awesome. There's a link for it down in the description if you guys are looking for something like this. Man, I haven't used it, but I could already recommend having something like this because I have a Dremel and I do have a little kit, but a kit like this is insane. You never need anything ever again. So check them out, and let's get this thing done. Okay, here's the gist of the plan, because I think you need a plan going into these. I think I'm gonna go for elegant. So I'm gonna do a small one. It's just gonna be a tiny little band, and then I can texture it in there, and I think it'll look really, really nice. Something like that. Dang, this bowl is a little uneven, so you can tell. Nice and deep here, and then not deep at all here. Dang. How do I fix that? I kind of wish I had a burning tool. What's it called? Like a wire, because then I could just wire that in there. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with this. I love the size of this though. I think that's gonna look really nice. I didn't think it was that far off. It doesn't feel that far off when it's on the lathe, like with my hand. Now I can feel it, but when I first mounted it, it didn't feel like that. It must have moved a little bit when I turned it. Let me think. Because I don't want to put more pressure on it to get these shallow parts, because that's just going to make these defined parts a lot deeper. Let me see what I can figure out. Okay, I didn't want to but I ran out and I grabbed some picture wire. I grabbed picture wire because it seems to have a little bit more of a texture to it. I've never done this before. A lot of things I've never done, but this stuff looks like it has a good texture to it, so I'm hoping I can hold it nice and tight and burn in these spots here. All right, let's try this out. We're just gonna pull it tight, try and find a straight section and burn it in. I don't think that's working. Nope, I think I need to pull it tighter. Maybe this needs to be going faster. Oh, and it's really hot. Working! Yeah! There we go. Ooh, yeah, that worked really well. I think I still need to go a little bit deeper though. That makes some smoke. Make sure you guys don't touch the wire if you do that, because it's going to be freaking hot. Okay, I'm digging that. That looks good. It definitely did a more consistent thickness. That's nice. All right, well, something else that's new. You could just leave it just like this and that would look great too, but let's get some texture in there. All right, I decided I'm going to do the ball tool here. And we're just gonna, we're going for chaos, just I think, I don't know. Again, never done this. So that's what we're looking at so far. I'm digging it. It's just hard to control. I need something that I can like put my hand on, which maybe is right over here. I might just do that. Okay, let's keep going. All right, that was actually really fun. I thought that was going to be kind of a tedious process, and it was, but it was therapeutic and fun. One thing I think I'm going to do now that the texture's in is I'm going to take my wire again and run it along this, just because I slipped a couple of times and got too far into there. So now the burning looks inconsistent. So we'll do that and then give this a light sanding, and I think we're just about done, guys. This texture looks so good. I wish I could have controlled the burning a little bit more, because there's some parts that are really nicely burned like this, so it kind of matches. And then there's some parts that aren't, but I think that's just part of it. It looks good, but you can kind of see there's some spots where I slipped up and it went over the line. So I'm just gonna grab my stuff and reburn that in. That's stinky. Yeah, oh my gosh, wow. That looks so good. Now I'm just gonna use this sanding pad from Surf Prep. It's like really soft and textury, but it's also like super fine. Just to sand the outside of this again, just sand this down just a little bit, because that burning, it puts some stuff on the outside of the line. Soft, I'm like really softly sanding, because I want that texture to stay there. I just need those burn marks to get a little more faded. Yes. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. Okay guys, time for finish. Gonna be using Bumblechoot's all natural wood finish. So this is gonna give it a very nice, deep, rich finish and give it a lot of protection. We'll do like 2 or 3 coats of this stuff. Generous amount here. All right. Here goes nothing. I'm gonna have to really push to get that oil in there. Huh. Now I see why people use brushes when they do this. There we go. Might just have to kind of drizzle this finish in there. It doesn't want to really go into all these little dots. We'll just push it in. Oh my, that is looking so good. Let me see, I think I actually have a brush I might just switch to. Yeah, there we go. One of these. That'll do us a little bit better, just for this texture at least. There we go. I'll just ensure that it really gets into all of these nooks and crannies here. There we go. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Okay, now we can get oil on the outside of it. Holy cow, that looks insane. Okay, we need much more oil. Oh my gosh, this wood got so dark. It looks awesome. But I'm gonna end up doing probably 2, maybe 3 coats of this woodworker's oil on this. just to really, really give it a very good, durable finish. And then I'll see you guys at the finish line. All right, guys, that is it. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. I am impressed with myself with this thing. It really took it from just a plain regular bowl to, I don't know, art, I guess. Like it just takes it to the next level is what it does. And it just, it looks so good. But let's just forget the band for a second. The shape came out looking really great. I love just the basic bowl shape. It looks really nice. And the inside came out looking literally like half of a ball. I carved that perfectly. And you know, it's always good when you finish a project and you impress yourself with it. Does that ever happen to you guys where you like finish a project and you're like, I made this? It does to me, which is good. I love that. But okay, now we can talk about the band. As you guys saw with this, I did not know what I was doing, and you know, I figured it out. I've watched enough YouTube videos and stuff on wood turning that I knew I needed a metal wire to burn this in, which wasn't part of the plan, but it makes it look super good. I think that looks even better than if it was just carved into the wood. And then just the little Dremel put all those little dots in there. See if I can get it a little closer for you guys. It put all those little dots in there and they just came out looking so good. Anyways, not bad for my first time ever texturing and wood burning a bowl, right? Let me know down in the comments if you've ever done something like this and how I can improve, because this is my first, but it's definitely not my last. This is super fun to do. Also, I've had some people ask why they can't find any of my bowls on my Etsy, and that is mostly because I don't post them there. I don't post my bowls anywhere. I usually end up just giving them away or keeping them. But I am now going to start posting them. So this will be the first one. If you are interested in it, head down to the link down below and see if it's still there. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, of course, especially if you stuck around to right now, the end. So be good, be safe, be happy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.